for all of the things that my father should be rightfully lauded for. The formation of the Kingdom of Valencia, the organization of the court and lands, and the great wealth that he produced for me and my brother while he lived. Must be said that he neglected my education somewhat and has always left me a bit uncomfortable. I feel like all the people around me are just simply more learned, and that I just don't understand the references and the things that they say, their knowledge of philosophy. And as I grow closer to my Sephardi subjects, that gap seems to widen. Hello and welcome back, connoisseurs of Crusader Kings 3, friends of the channel and newcomers alike. We are here once again with King Demetrius. We were going to go on a university trip, and I just realized that from a mechanical sense, that's not a good idea. It's going to be a waste of money, but we are going to do it anyway because we said we would. Most of the events are based on learning, and we're so bad at it. Now, we could, just for this time, like just for right now, have our wife do patronage, and in doing so give ourselves a still far too low but at least adequate learning to back up our diplomacy for this trip. I also noticed something. Look at this, 41% Sephardi. We've got it. We've got it. That's right. So I'm gonna just do all of the work for this, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so here we are. We are the Valencino. We are ceremonious, which is not a change. We are Iberian. For our heritage, we speak Iberian Vulgar, which I think is fine. We're getting basically, we used to speak sort of French, now we speak sort of Spanish. That makes sense. We have to take at least one variation on this, and I think Iberian Vulgar is better than Israelite Doc Vulgar, so this is how we'll do it. We're getting battlements from the Sephardi. Our traditions are going to be parochialism, maritime mercantilism, caravaneers, Visigoth codes, philosopher culture, and ritualized friendship. We're also going to take dysphoric. We don't technically, as a cultural group, fully, like this doesn't really apply fully to us roleplay, but we do have a thing in common, which is that the Várdos family sort of feels dysphoric in that Demetrius I never had a home, and he wandered the world looking for what his home would be, having found it here. And I think it's interesting to like the commonality between that and the experience of having lost your traditional home and wandering the world, also looking for another one. I think that's common enough to validate this, which means we got to lose refined poetry and we got to lose defensive tactics, which I think is perfectly acceptable. I like all of this. 3 of my 3 vassals will convert. Makes sense. The vassals that aren't converting are ones that are obviously not of my culture. Let's do this. Let's click it. Nice. So Valencino hybridization, spurred on by the positive relations and increased cultural exchange between Sephardi and Catalan people. The Sephardi and Catalan people have grown increasingly close over the years. Now individuals from these societies have begun to view themselves as not one or the other, but both simultaneously. A new Valencino culture. Catalan traditions and values form the backbone of this new culture, while various Sephardi attributes have been adopted and integrated to meet the needs of their new society. With the Valencino people now looking for guidance, it is time to set the stage for our shared future. To a new age, a new era, and a new people. Okay, so first, territory conversion wise, it looks like, oops, that's wrong. Looks like we took, obviously, the main duchy and then this duchy, so we didn't spread that vastly, which is good. We don't want to spread too much. Gives us more control over the culture and its future. We do have leaders, though, of the other culture in places who are overlying those places. Hopefully they begin the conversion process. We don't, strictly speaking, need to convert that much, but I think it'll be good if we do in time. We have good relations with the people behind, the Catalans, which is good. We also probably have pretty good cultural acceptance with Andalusians. I think that's also good. If we look at our culture now from a whole standpoint, we remain ceremonious. We have extra taxes and cheaper construction of city holdings, plus we can get cities 1 generation earlier, tech level earlier, I mean. We already had that. We are caravanseers, which means we love to trade. We have extra diplomatic speed, we have army movement speed, and travel safety. Also, idle courtiers are much more likely to become wanderers, which I'm fine with. We can do the become adventurer decision, which we have from dysphoric anyway. and wanderers gain extra skills over time. So if we bring people back of our culture, they may have extra skills from having been wanderers for a while. We have dysphoric, which means wanderers learn many languages. We can learn one additional language without penalties, and we can become adventurers. We get one scholarship, and we get one stewardship and one leadership for being members of the culture. Even more diplomatic range. We have enormous diplomatic range now. No negative opinion of other cultures is yes, that is a very valuable trait. That will make our multicultural region much easier to handle. We're still Visigothic codes, which means we may one day become equal gender law, and we've already, of course, got high partition. We're now a philosopher culture. Children are more likely to be pensive and less likely to be rowdy. We gain scholar traits. Learning, education, and scholar traits give cultural fascination progress, and we get learning per level of fame and monthly learning lifestyle experience. It's a very good trait. We retained ritualized friendship, because of course we did. That was fundamental to our culture. And we retained maritime mercantilism, which works really well with caravanseers. So we are traders. We are definitely becoming an economic powerhouse down here. That has increased our learning by 4, which is really good. Of course, it does not increase our wife's learning, but she does not share our culture. And it will increase the learning of all the generations of our children, which is quite good for them, I would say. Yes, let's see. Yeah, so that's it. New cultural founded. I do want to check something. We have intense cultural range now. It's probably still too far. There he is. I always forget which one of these he is. It's a Várdos, right? Still out of range. Oh, I was really, really hoping that our intense diplomatic range would now make it so that we could raise his children in our court. It could be that it needs to tick out, so we'll give it a day and see if it changes after it ticks out. No, it's still too far away. How far away is not too far away now? Yeah, but we're not looking for Hungary. We're looking for some place that's not as close to us as Hungary, because like Hungary is pretty close to us, relatively speaking. It's very far for being in diplomatic range, to be fair. So Hungary definitely in, right? In, out. So the Transylvanian Alps is out. So that's like our edge right there. That is a long way, especially considering I'm pretty sure, like always, I played on short diplomatic range. Ooh, surprisingly close. Venice? What are you doing? Okay. You are scaly and sick, and it's not doing good for you. Whoa, that's a thing that happened. Italy. That actually might give us something to do, right? I mean, this feels like it's a threat to us. This guy having taken over the Sultanate having taken enormous amounts of Italy away. That might mean we consider this, but first we got to do our university visit. The one thing about our culture happening right now is that we'll be a little bit better at university. So we want to increase our development in València because that's where the stats are always the best. We want to make sure that we have developed capital so that it tells us when it's ready. We have an artifact that we're working on. Everything else is fine. We're not going to sell to reveal titles, even though we can. I mean, 190 gold would be good. Do we? I think we're too honest to do that, to be fair. It's not becoming of a lord to sell titles. Titles have to be earned, not sold. Let's do a university visit. We're, of course, going to do the foreign university visit because that seems real fun, as in the one in Muslim territory. We're going to maximize study. We don't have enough still. It's over 684 to do this. That is very expensive. I not convinced that that's worth it. Husband, yes, what is it, my love? Are you certain that you want to travel into Muslim lands in order to be educated by heathens? You sound like my mother. I don't mean for that reason. I mean, yes. You're not very good at that kind of thing. You don't like books? I like my book. Well, you like the book that was written by that nun. I like Demetrius's book. Yes, but that book isn't exactly learning materials. But it's his dream, so he's going to do it. We don't get to decide what's worth it for him. That's a him thing, not an us thing, right? He decides. We just got money from the Pope, so we are still some ways away from being able to do that. I kind of want to just throw this money where it goes. Maybe we sell this brooch. It helps a bit. We never really cared about it anyway. It was given to us by some random person. We're not selling the milk tooth, though. Gets us a little closer, saves us a few months. Let's keep going. Our culture is now fascinated by urbanization. Let's look at our culture from an innovation standpoint. They gave us battlements, which we where it was the only technology we were still trying to get here. We have spiritual expansion, of course. And then we're on to the next era, right? The only thing we have in the next era already is heraldry. We've changed over to urbanization as our focus, but that's just because it always flips when it changes. This shouldn't be too long off now, even with our poor learning. 83% means we are reliably getting well, almost a point every month, so that's good. 13 months, feels pretty close, just over a year. Inspiration realized. Come over here, my lord. My beneficiary Cecilia waves me over with a wide grin. I have toiled many days and nights, and finally my work is done. She's created a sturdy goblet. It is fine. It's fine. I mean, that's what you get for sponsoring people who aren't the highest of quality. But that being said, it is actually perfectly good. It is a nice goblet. My lord, I present to you the goblet that I have made. It's rather mundane, isn't it? My lord, what a thing to say. Well, I mean, I was expecting... Look, it is a fine drinking goblet. It will suit your table very well. That's true. No, you know what? I'm being too hard on you. It is an excellent goblet. I feel no regrets whatsoever investing in it. We're not disappointed at all. Ward at court appreciates spouse's tutelage. Okay, nice. What is this? Challenge to a board game. All right. You want to see if you can beat me on the chessboard after I beat you on the field of battle? Yeah, for sure. Let's do it. The greatest of all games, chess. We are not strong at chess, but we think we are. Let's use our learning, you know? Our new philosophy lessons should help us out. Let's use the strong sword arm as the strong die arm. That's good. You think you can outthink me? Innocent whistling. I somehow won. Excellent match. I would love to play again sometime. I absolutely would. Think so. My opponent agrees that it was a good game. Nice. You want to reconsider that alliance then? No, not in the least bit. No, that makes sense because we have too many alliances. That's fine. We still got lots of money to make before that university trip. That money could be making buildings. That money could be doing so many things. But no. Husband. Yes, dear? This isn't about my university trip again. It is. Why do you think I am unsuited to study at a great place of learning? I don't. I think you do not desire to, and I do not know how this got into your head. My father was an educated man. Demetrius the First, even more than him, and I am lacking. My husband, you do not lack. You have much natural skill. Your education is less important than your actual capabilities. You know that, right? Still. Well, if you must go there in order to get acknowledgement of what you already possess, I will argue no more. Demetrius wants to go to university. He wants to prove his educational acumen. And so we're going to give him the opportunity. Look at all those yellow buildings we could increase. Look at them all. That is weird, though. Why does this not have 4 building slots? Do Q show Joffrey in at months? Q... Serve me well, Joffrey. Thank you very much. You are an excellent vassal. No one can deny it. Yeah, that's weird. Why does this not... I would have thought this would have got that building, right? Valenciano does definitely have 4 buildings in its capitals. Swear an oath of true friendship. I was wondering if it was going to be you. I hadn't been able to decide which one I was going to pick. But what is your education? Ooh, it's stewardship. That's really helpful to us. Yeah, let's do it. Let us do it. And I think... we will synergize friendship, but I think we're going to focus primarily on his education because we really need the stewardship. Hopefully he finds that acceptable. Accepted, enthusiastic. Nice. Good. And we now have enough money for our university trip. Look at us being adequate at stewardship. What treasure? Who robbed the treasury? Ugh, that happened forever ago. Come on, this needs to go away. It's fine. It's about to go away. That happened before we even started playing. All right, it's time for a university trip into enemy territory. Did it go up in cost again? I think it went up in cost again. It totally went up in cost again. I really don't want to do this. I don't want to do this if it's going to keep costing faster than I can do it. Come on, game. Come on now. I don't know why it's missing a building, but it is. We definitely have +1 building because you keep all your innovations. That's for sure. It didn't have it before because it was Sephardian. They didn't have that benefit. Well, then speak. I will learn a secret about one of my courtiers from my daughter. That's okay. Oh, he's a deviant. Well, that's a thing. The quarrel. So Infanta Blanca is fighting with València, my niece, about which one of them is better. I mean, no fighting in the family? Shame on you, València. I mean, I do care more about my sister, and I think I would take her side, even though that's a little petty. You're both acting like petulant children. I mean, I don't think so. I think we take our sister's side. I think that is what we would do. Ooh, she gained scholarly expertise. Nice. Diplomacy perk available. Escarmunda's first step. A giant step for a child, a small step for a ruler. No, I'm not forcing her to get an extra point of prowess. That's not necessary. She did a good job. My children should be celebrated. Now let's do groomed to rule. All right. Ooh, you got 3 marshal. William. Nice. Violet got 1 stewardship. Escaramunda got 2 learning. And my youngest child, the new boy, is still too young to participate. Infant Vladimir is still too young to participate. We have a very eclectic naming tradition. It's fine, right? Oh, nope, that's still not enough. That is still not enough. If it goes up again, I'm canceling it. Okay, if this thing trolls me again by having it go up by another, like 50, when I'm ready to do it again, I'm done. I'm done. We're not founding a holy order because we're saving for a university trip. We're now developing the capital quickly, at literally 2 a month. This is a lot. Dye distillery, developing county, diligent planning. That's just so much bonus and so much percentage bonus. And we can just like quadruple down on this county once we're doing our full development afterwards. I really wish we could reach them. I really, I wish we could just nudge them the tiniest bit closer so I could train his kids. It would be such an advantage to them if I trained his kids. The situation is relatively stable, except this guy has got claims on him. But none of these people is particularly strong. He's got 2 allies, which do make up for his lack of strength, especially this guy. Oh, this Rorikid Grand Prince here is a big ally. Yeah, that's going to keep him a little safe, I think. Good. I want him to stay safe because I would like him to be available for the next character. What are we doing in here? Right. I know what we're doing. We're looking at the university visit again. University visit. Let's do it. Let's do it. It's got to be enough this time. I think I'm out. Every single time. Every time I click this thing and put it on maximum, it's increasing the price. The price is higher. I'm going to be waiting on this thing for the rest of eternity if that keeps happening. Like, I get it, inflation, but it's inflating faster than my income can come up with, and my income isn't that bad. So we now have burrs. Okay. So let's find out. What do we favor next? Knighthood, eh? All right, knighthood is pretty good. Knighthood is pretty good. Finally. You figured it out. You figured out that you were missing a building. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to be like paying for... The Pope is going to be like paying me money again. I'm going to be 45 years old before we can pay for this thing the way it's going up every single time. At least this time, it didn't go up that much. No, I can't use my friendship hook to take money. That's not worth it. It's just a bad idea. This time, it's not going to go up faster than us. We're going to get it this time. In fact, we're going to check it now because we might be within the debt range for it. Says it's still the same amount. Okay, let's not even. If we go someplace else, like if we go, say, to the Vatican, same price. It's a little wild how fast this is going up. Send gift. Greetings, my benevolent liege. Here's a humble gift. Use it in order to reinforce our non-existing future friendship. We won't ever be friends with you, but we could at least have a good opinion of you. That solves our problem. It can't inflate faster than that. We are going to Qurtubah to go to the university. We're going to study hard, okay? Okay. Although it would be nice to party, maybe. Let's customize our route, okay? On our way out, we're going here, and then that's fine. On our way home, we're going here, and here. Here. Also seems fine, okay? Apply that. Now let's grab ourselves mercenaries. Is that what we want? Mercenaries, and then Mountaineer. Perfectly safe. Couldn't be more safe. All right. Start a university visit. Let's go. Oh, that was an expensive university visit. That feels like 3 fortunes we just spent. 3 whole fortunes. We could have bought like 5 buildings for that, or 3 new troop units for that. Yep. Yeah, we don't have any real plans to do any wars like that right now. Of travels to come. So this guy thinks he can see our future. He is a wise man. Tell me my future, oh wise man. Yes, do. Ooh, future bodes well. Very good. We have just about reached the rock. And now it's time to go up to Qurtubah. Pass through Kava. Just become a traveler. Very good. I'll try to translate the language. Oh, we did it successfully. That's cool. That's actually kind of not expected, to be fair. Okay, I am finally here, walking the halls of Qurtubah, a revered seat of knowledge of the Mulwadi world. Let's get started. We may be the only Christian here. That's fine. We shared a delicacy from the home country and everybody liked it. We should be pretty famous for being a very open-minded king. I'm suddenly distracted from my midnight studies by a loud crash and ear-deafening slam. Oh, it's 2 drunken people. I could use some servants. 65 gold. Could try to teach them to read. This makes it more successful, makes it slightly more successful, or we could tell them. No, I'm going to teach them to read. I'm generous like that, you know? I like people. Grab a drink with them and talk to them about their futures. You know, why are you so resentful of this place? Learning it's not a thing that's beyond even you. Poor drunkards. You want a hostage, do you? I mean, we can send Qurtubah. Let's offer him a hostage. I mean, giving hostages is a proud tradition, right? University, one of the boys. All right, so they're all having a little soiree when they should be studying. We could definitely party with them. It makes it slightly more. This just makes it more successful, and we need as much success as we can get out of this because we're not so good at it, right? Host departs. I would be happy to take your neighbor, your nephew, Qurtubah, as my hostage. Good, and as a good Christian, I expect you to treat him with the respect he deserves. More successful, we just level 1. Okay, that's not bad. More successful. My in-depth studies in Catholic doctrine at Qurtubah have confronted me with many new questions. There must be something in these contradictions. We are likely to get it's only good results here. We could get either much more or massively more. I'd love to get massively more. Can't make sense of it. All right, well, you know, we knew that this was not our strong suit when we came, right? We knew that we wouldn't be breaking university records or anything. Spouse, further education. Every time my wife finds me bent over at home, she gets visibly excited. Would you like some help with your studies? Someone to exchange ideas with, or perhaps some new tomes? I recently acquired a volume with an excellent analysis of etiquette in foreign courts. I would appreciate your guidance, yes. I mean, either one of these is a good outcome. Why have you come all the way here, my wife? Is it to bother me again about my choices? Are you having a hard time, my dear? It just doesn't suit me. You can do anything you put your mind to. You know, I should never have doubted you. I've brought with me some books and other materials that I think will help you in your education. We will work together. That actually sounds good. I could use a second mind on some of these problems. Good, and I am sorry that I ever doubted you. I think you would have performed better if you'd came here with a free heart. No, you were right. This really wasn't something I should have just accepted that I was already good at. I don't know. Thank you for your help. Oh, that's amazing. That means that we're actually suddenly qualified for a 4-level education because our wife just swooped in and gave us our level 3 education. Just like, whew, here you go. Why is my wife not my regent? That's fine. My sister's my friend. We trust her to do it. She's not trying to steal or anything. We know that. Hyan, one of the most respected teachers at Qurtubah, is clearly a foreigner. His accent imagine. Ooh, he's Andalusian. I could bring myself closer by trying to learn his language. Can't get distracted by this. That's slightly more. This could either be stress. It's a 57% chance we learn Arabic. We got to take the shot. What a trip. We are not doing that well. It's fine because our wife swooped in, and so we are rewarded regardless of what happens here. We are rewarded with an education trade up. Good, Qurtubah, go spend some time in foreign courts. It's good for you. Okay, so he's a renowned center of learning, hosts teachers, both students far and wide. He's Andalusian. I had hardly thought much of it until today when a religious reference from Mudrick struck me hard as blasphemous, contrary to everything I've been taught in my life. It revealed him as, I know, that's what we're from. He must have so much more to teach then. Yeah, absolutely. That is our attitude. So we will definitely do that. We would love to learn more from him. Yeah, it could be worse. You know, at least we got one level, right? They grow up so fast. William has come. Oh, jeez, this kid. What a superstar. We should be playing him for sure. Look at I wasn't even reacting just to this. I was reacting to this. Look at the Republican heir. Look at him. You did so good. You did so good. I hate the fact that he's bugged, that the people with this trade are bugged to never get rid of their prison robes. I can manually change it though, and I should. I shouldn't complain. Instead, I should just manually change him to something from the right DLC. He can be like Christian low nobility. Save and exit. There we go. That fixes that forever. Oh, I can't believe he did so good. This kid. This kid. Look at him. It's... I mean, in the family tradition, right? We're going to be like, yo, there's a tradition started by my father, and that tradition is this one. The tradition is when the son wants to serve as a knight, when he comes of age, we take the sword, which we don't really need because we don't fight in battles, and we take the Norse book, which we will replace with our tooth. And we go to our son and we say, you desire to be a knight, and we will allow you that honor, but you will need to take learning the Norse traditions of combat seriously, and also you need the sword. There you are. There we go. Now it makes sense that you would fight in our battles. You now have 20 martial, 12 stewardship, and 12 learning. You did real good, kid. You did good. I could have expected no better of you. The only thing that held you back is random stuff, and the random stuff didn't even hold you back that much. Good job. And let's see how good a job we do. Hey, look, I'm gonna consider this successful simply because our wife gave us a free gift of an education trait. Regardless of how this turns out, I will volunteer to help. Much more success. Oh, that pushed us to a 2. That makes the chance much higher. Nice. Unlocked. So we did not increase our education, but we did get a perk. Could have been a much better outcome, I think, but we're still happy. We're still happy. We did fine. Where is... Oh, did we accidentally cancel the last screen? We did. So we're heading home. So we did okay, right? You can't complain. We got a royal court book. The ones from university trips are royal court books. If you... Wait, what? How did we not get a book? Oh, we did. Okay. It is a Valencino treatise. It gives you some learning lifestyle experience, some piety, some prestige. It's okay. It's okay. It's another book for our collection, you know? The fact is, our wife increased our education and we came back with everything we wanted, even if we didn't get them in the expected ways. So that's fine. That is fine. We did good. We did good. A ferry errant? Will I help him with his quest? Oh, let's help him with his quest. Do not fear. I shall fight it. I'll distract it. You get the water. Do not fear. I shall fight it. I literally just gave my fighting stuff to my kid. Oh, I killed the beast anyway. Well, that's good. That is good. Welcome. Welcome to València. Welcome to service. I like the fact that culture no longer affects us. That's one of the main reasons why I kept dysphoria instead of poetry, is because of the fact it gives you that, it's just so fits us, you know? It very much fits us. Not getting, permanently never having penalties to foreign cultures. The trodden path. We shall find another path. We shall find another path. It's fine. We'll take some time. It's just been a pretty good journey. I would say this has been a pretty good journey. The Admirable Knight. We stop and rest one night at a tavern while I am sitting in the corner peacefully enjoying some Aragonese music. The door barges open and a large silhouette appears. A knight swaggers in. Ooh, these guys really do like knights. We won't be doing that, so we'll just take training hard for a year. We should also tell our wife that she can go back to generally assisting to the capital of Aragon for some intrigue experience. Good. It's nice to get on the road. Reminds me of the legends of my namesake. We have finished our county control task now. Let's see. That's development. That is development. So we could help our vassals, or we could train our knights, which is what we're going to do. It's a little selfish, but sometimes you got to be a little selfish, right? Fortified knowledge. So potentially I could become a rough terrain expert for 30 gold, or I could give it to my man. Neither one of us is a commander, right? So it doesn't make any sense that we would do that. So no, we're in a hurry. It's fine. We don't command military army, so there's no reason to spend money on that. All right. Oof. 34 prowess now that we're training hard. It's kind of cool. Our court grandeur decreased. That's probably just temporary bonuses going away, though. Let's see. Yes, we decreased below 7 because of temporary bonuses. We could consider lifting this to 7. I think that would actually be worth it, right? So let's do that. Our son has now also got his scholarly court trait, which is good. We could consider, it is worth considering that we might want to push it to 8 so people can get the second trait, right? I think that is worth it. We're making good money now, so let's do that. Let's do that. Oh yeah, our development is growing. We're making good money. I do kind of feel like this whole situation is unacceptable, but there have been some moves by Christians to retake some of this territory, which is good. Sicily is now liberated. Let's hit befriend. I never even checked how our sound foundations affected us with our 4 children. Did help our marshal, did help our stewardship, and it helped our learning quite a lot. Okay, all right. What building are we gonna buy next? Focusing on Valencia, we have our horses here, right? One of our 2 units of caballeros, I should say. Which means this is a good location for putting the stable in, which we're just gonna do because it's like 1 month away from being able to do it. So we'll put a stable in here. We probably could take the stable all the way up to cap, but I don't think we're pushing that hard on it. It's just like a for now thing. Being up here, we could get payment from our friend, but that's using our friendship hook, and that's not really a valid use of our best friend hook. We said that before, right? Our daughter needs a education. She wants to be learned. I feel like we want to make the same like bad decision that our father made and train her ourselves, even though it doesn't really match what we're best at. I think we're gonna have our friend the nun do it because she seems better at it than me. She seems better at it than me. Look at our beautiful Valencia. I am tempted, right? Like I could do, I can't declare war on you for those. Why not? Is it too far away? This is, from this island, it's 1, 2, touch, 1, 2, 3, it is, it's 1 too far away. Which means I would need other validations for that. But I'm not beyond creating validations for liberating an traditionally Christian island from the Muslims. I'm not beyond that. You know, we've made some agreements with our various hostage negotiations to stay out of politics here in Iberia, but this isn't that, right? This isn't that. Court grandeur increased. So is there a duke here? So this duchy title is fallen, is what I'm reading from this. It's gone, right? Nobody holds it anymore. Yeah. All right. That's fine. You seems to be doing all right. We seem to be doing great. When Hendon II seems to be doing all right as well. Still fighting that internal conflict, though. It feels like it's been forever. Ooh, you increased my son's prowess by 2 more. Oh no, that's Duke Wenhendon. No, I thought it was my wheelman. It's actually just this acclaimed knight. Okay, that's fine. We can ask our head of faith for gold, and we will. 404. That's what inflation does. Makes things cost more, makes the Pope give you more money. That's the way of it, right? Let's obviously reinvest that. Castello. I guess we can increase the Murex fisheries. It's usually my first go-to, is to go to the coastal domains and increase those. I think we'll grab this next. We do also want to create another holding here, and we should probably create it in our own lifetime because we could, in fact, that might be the right decision. Let's rethink that. Actually, we should create the castle holding while we can, because we can actually hold it. We can develop the capital, which is somewhat stressful. That has overwhelmed us with stress. That's okay. We can hold a feast, I think, the next time we have money. We are making money at a pretty good rate. We could also just tell Hugh about it and become a confider. Confider gives you, I think, a diplomacy and some stress loss. Yeah, it's just a straight good trait, especially if you're not clicking it to lose stress, right? We still should probably do a feast, though. Not only because it's been many years since we've done one, but also because that's not stable stress. We are not in a stable stress position at all. I legitimately do not believe it's possible to have done a better job than this. I don't think it's possible he could have done better than this. What's this? Challenges me to a board game. I will accept. I have read entire manuals on chess. They're in my great library of books, some of which are written by my family. Strong sword arm is the strong sword what? I don't know. I've read entire manuals on chess. It takes a subtle we're so bad at this. Chess, like war, is a matter of logistics. We are so good at winning chess in spite of not being that great at it. I'd love to play again sometime. We're just so good at calming people down when they when they lose chess games against us. Like, we're just very good at that. We have a well-developed sense of how to keep people okay about the chess situation, and it's stress down for us too. We just love playing chess. You know, we do just love playing chess. You know how much we love playing chess? Let's challenge our sister to a board game. Why is somebody trying to kill my knight? He's been nothing but an excellent knight to me. He is just a straight good knight. Why would you try to kill him? Stop. It might be interesting. I just want to make sure that the knights have not gone below the minimum. To forbid all the under 8s just so that nothing bad happens. Well, I wonder if there's any court positions my son would be good at. So these guys have reached over rank 2, right? Yep, it's a good knightly order. And these guys are okay too. I mean, pretty soon they're going to be giving me 1 flat stewardship. Can't say any problem with that. Let's do a friendly game against our sister. Sister, come and play chess. I just beat a king. Now you can beat a king if you want. Just go back and we're always winning. I'd love to play again sometime. My opponent agrees that it was a good game. That's nice. That is nice. It's good to play chess. Ugh. I think, though, this is going to be the end of this episode. Next time, we may be doing one more... Ooh, what is this? This is... Ooh, okay, so who are you? So this adventurer is supporting a peasant rabble in my territory. We're going to expel him. He is no longer welcome here. Sir, you're no longer welcome here. If you try to come back, if you try to do your wars against us anymore, I mean, you will be in serious trouble. We will imprison you. Your wars are unwelcome here, sir. Okay. But with that all done, I think we're going to bring this episode to an end. We may be fighting a little bit of a civil war next time. Yeah, it might happen. We're having a bit of religious tensions about, hopefully that can change soon. Oh, look. He has, in fact, Catholicized one of those regions. Good on ya, brother. Well, nephew now, which means I probably should refresh this. Seems like he's doing it on his own, but I should still just make sure, and then we'll just, oh yeah, it's happening up here too. These are being pushed Catholic by our lovely, lovely best friend. All right, thank you for watching, and I hope you join us in the next episode. Goodbye for now.